Good morning, dear viewers. It's Cyprus today. As usually, I'm Ulyassa Larina, and today I have a guest. I'm so happy that I have guests from all over the world, different nationalities. Just the only thing which they need is to speak English. And today my guest originally is from Germany, Roland Eirich. Willkommen.
Dankeschön.
Thank you very much for coming. Good day to you, good morning to you. And I need to ask you, of course, how are you? Wie geht's Ihnen? I remember something from German, you know.
Mir geht es gut. I'm feeling fine.
Okay.
Teşekkürler.
And again, what I like about our programs, that we can make a mixture of different languages, because everyone who is watching you being here, probably not everyone. I mean, there are some German people. So if you say something in German, they will understand you. We speak English, it's international language. If we speak Turkish, of course people will understand you as well. So Roland, please tell me about your story. How did you come to Northern Cyprus? Because this is my usual question to expats who are here and who I'm interviewing. When and how you came to Northern Cyprus?
Yeah, it was a surprise for me too, to come to North Cyprus. I met my second wife in 2010 in Germany. She is German, and we married. In 2011, we start with our experience together, coming to North Cyprus. For my wife, it's not experience. My wife staying in North Cyprus nearly 25 years.
So she knows.
She knows North Cyprus.
North
Said,
Cyprus
Roland,
very well,
you can
for a
go
long time.
everywhere you want with me. So my favorite place is Scotland. So when someone see on my Facebook page, it's a kilt. Kilt is from the Macquaries, so I'm very, my heart is going for Scotland. Yeah, Ron, it's okay, but when you want to stay together most of the time, you have to come to Cyprus. Okay, and then we start in 2011. Only I'm coming here like a tourist. Because I not finished my studies. After I retired, I studied social science and social pedagogy in Germany. And
after you retired?
After retired,
you started studying.
Yeah.
That's very good, brilliant. So what did you do?
Before
you retired?
Before I retired, I studied economic, and I was in the German Air Force.
Wow.
Yeah, 35 years.
Wow.
For many people, when they see my long hair, it's they cannot believe it.
They can't believe that you're a military person.
Yes.
That you were in the army forces and the air forces or whatever. I wouldn't believe as well.
Three stars on it.
We have to.
On every shoulder, 3 stars.
Super. That's why, again, I'm telling that I meet so extraordinary people that, okay, look, where you were, and after retirement you started studying, after you came to Northern Cyprus, where you changed your career completely. So you have so many things in you. It means that you're a very talented person.
Yeah, and so we cannot come directly together to North Cyprus because my mom died in 2011. By the way, it was a great year for my mom. 2011, it was a marriage for my youngest son. We get a grandchild, and 2 weeks later, my oldest son has his wedding, and by this wedding, I asked my Cornelia. It was so interesting for the people. Cornelia, will you marry me?
During your son's wedding?
Yes.
You made a proposal?
Yes.
Super.
Yes. And she said yes.
Yes, of course.
And then we married in September. That's the same this year. So 3 weddings for my mom. And 2 weeks later, my mom died. But she can dance with my dad on my wedding. It was okay, and years later we have to keep up my dad in our home. We did it nearly 3-4 years. So I cannot start a new career in this because 24 hours, especially the last year, it was 2015, I have to look for him, and my lovely wife, support me great.
Yeah.
It was very, very helpful.
Yes,
And yeah, and then after my dad died in 2015, we can go together to North Cyprus, and then we started a new page. Yeah, 2016 with 6 months. We go on 3 weeks to Scotland, coming back for only 4 weeks to Germany. Then we go back to Cyprus again, and yeah, in 2016, my wife said, "Ronald, you must have your own radio show. You have a voice, do it." Okay. And musicians from North Cyprus helped me to bring me to Barak International, and I start directly on the 1st January of 2017 with a show, and yeah, only from my hard disk. I bring my music from Germany, and then I make my show from a hard disk. And
so you were in the music all your life, it means?
All your life, yeah. So
because you are a DJ, as I know from your webpage, you are a DJ, you are a promoter. How was your connection, or what was your connection with the music before coming to Northern Cyprus?
So my connection to the music, okay, I start with 15, 16 in my band, the band called Black Abyss. It was a school band.
You had your own band?
Yeah, it was 15, 16. And in my army time, we have there also a band in the age of 35. So I was always connected with the music. And I also have another passion, it's football. I was also nearly 20 years football manager with young people, so always my focus is on young people, young generation, to look for them, and yeah, that's it. But in North Cyprus, I have the chance, what I always want to do in my life, making radio show, not by Rockland Radio in Germany. No, I can do it here in North Cyprus. And it's blues rock, and rock. When you do it only with one style of music, it's easy to put the music on your show. And
so right now, because maybe not everybody knows you, so right now you are making your own show on Barak International, which is in German.
Yes.
Yes. Which day is it?
It's on a Sunday, 10 p.m.
Yes, Sunday, 10 p.m. Unfortunately, I can't watch you. When your friend Ralph was here, and if he's watching us, Ralph, hello. I told him that I studied German too long ago, and my German was actually, I could speak free German fluently, but 20 years of absolute absence of practice took me out of the language. So that's why I was trying to tell you something, just to show my respect and respect to your language. But I can't watch your show. But I think you have also a program, a radio program, which is in English. Am I right?
No.
No? Is it in German as well?
Yes, as well.
Really?
So I think it's a good decision, by the way. Because when you make a radio show, everything what you introduce must come from your heart. When it's not come from your heart, you cannot do it. So we have nearly 10 expressions for one English word. So it's very complicated to bring it in the same way to English people. And in the past, I'm watching in my youth, I come from Münster. We have nearly 4-5 army camps there. I'm listening always to British Forces Broadcasting Service. I'm watching to American Forces Network. I'm listening to Hilfe sind Drie, it's in Dutch. And So I listen to the music. And helpful for the people here is that I make always a playlist during the show, so they can follow this. Yeah.
Do you know about the number of German expats in the island, or at least approximately? Because we
No.
know that the majority are from the UK, okay?
And Russia. And,
now,
yeah.
look, they say from Russia, but I always correct saying by saying from the former USSR.
Yeah.
Because we cannot say, yes, they call Russians everyone who speaks Russian,
you're
but
right,
we have people from different former republics of the USSR. So yes, Russian speaking, let's say. What about the German community here?
Yeah, the German community, when we have young generation, it's music for young generation now, because I'm not playing the old stuff from the 50s and 60s and 70s. I think DJ Mike from Bayreuth International make on Sunday morning a really good job for this, bringing this to the people. But we have also to pick up the young generation, because they have to know the basics of blues, blues rock and rock music, and it's not finished. So we have so many talented musicians all over the world, and I need, I think, more than 2 years to pick them up. So I'm like a global networker in music. So my music is international blues and rock show. So I will tell some countries. So we have Netherlands, Italy, Scandinavia, Denmark, Scotland, UK, Israel, Malta, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Georgia, United States, and Germany. That's some of them. So, and France. We
You
have.
mean they're coming here?
They're always listening to my.
Or listening.
They're listening to my show. They're listening to my show.
I understand.
And Australia, New Zealand was so interesting, because I have to advertise also the starting time for them. So it's Monday morning.
So, sure. We have difference in time with them,
So,
and big difference in time.
And that's nearly, I have now nearly more than 20 labels sending me every day, every second day, their music from all over the world. And the biggest success was that I love Netherlands. I go there to many festivals. They're special Dutch people directly, and they listening to my shows. And one of the famous rock radio stations from Europe want to have me in their program.
Wow.
It's starting in July. So it's
you
not...
mean it had to start in July?
No,
because
it started.
It started already.
So this Monday, it was the third Key Blues Rock Alive with Roland show. So it's the third. I start on the 13th of July on Monday. So I have Monday show at 9 here, 10 p.m. And they have at midnight a repeating show on Saturday.
I see.
And that was the last, that was the news. And I'm so, it makes me so proud that all this work come to a good point. Okay, and when some station from France say, okay, Roland, is it possible? Can you do it? So I will do it, because my passion is the music.
Yeah.
Only the music, and so for me it was always not enough presenting old stuff of music. I want always to present new music.
So what are the styles of music you present? Probably
Blues.
It's not hip hop.
No. So it's blues, rock, and rock. Sometimes I have metal when it's getting in the flow. I always, that's the hardest work, to make this 55 minutes. I have to listen how the song started, how the song ended to bring the next song.
Somehow being
into-
connected to
It's
it.
connected with introducing, not only playing it like a jukebox. And yeah, that's the hardest
Not
work.
just saying the name of the song and who's singing, so you're making kind of introduction, make some
So I have to
explanation
tell
about
that.
the music.
So when we have now the band Dead Daisies, it's one of the greatest rock bands there. They have now a new member in the band. That's Glenn Hughes. He was former playing from Deep Purple. So I explain it to the people. I give information.
Yeah.
So I'm always like a music magazine.
So your German listeners are very lucky to have you, because we don't have something like this in English and of course in Russian. You know, when I went to Famagusta, I found out, because Famagusta is very close to the border, that there is a Russian station, music station. It's different, of course, from the program, music station, but still they do have there. And here, we need something like this, at least in English, explaining. And as you said, not just pop music, but something like this, which, because we know that what kind of people live in Northern Cyprus. We can't boast of having too many young people here. Young people are the students who are normally coming to the island. But coming and going as a rule, they're coming to study because we have plenty of universities here. But normally the island, it was always famous for, or people, retired people chose the island as their second home, and they stayed and making its first home, their first home. So that's why this type of music, these styles in music will be very popular. So you need to find someone, probably English-speaking native, who can do something like this, because I'm jealous or I envy your German listeners, because they have you. If I ask you, why do you have this special love for Scotland? To be honest, without knowing your name first and without talking to you, I was sure you are from Scotland, because when I saw your photo wearing this kilt, I said, where's this guy from? Is he going in the streets like this? Why Scotland? Why do you like Scotland so much?
Yeah, on one of my birthdays before, I saw Scottish music was always my favorite. And once when I'm working in Bonn, Bonn was the former place of the Ministry of Foreign Defense, so I was working on this place. And I have always the chance to go to some concerts in Bonn. So I saw the first time Runrick. It's a folk rock band from Scotland, very well known in Denmark and Germany, of course. And the people coming there with flags and colored Scottish flags on their face, and 2.5 hours, everyone singing every song and hand clapping, and on the screen behind the band, you see movies, clips from Isle of Skye, and because two of the members coming from Isle of Skye. So I said, okay, when this special birthday is coming, you must go to Scotland. When not, you never have this chance again. And now I'm visiting nearly 4 or 5 times, 3 weeks Scotland, and
Wow.
I love this people. I love this culture, this mentality.
They have a special unity, probably.
Yeah.
They are kind of united. Because speaking about Scotland, I haven't been there, I must admit. But just even, of course, this movie shows our old times, Braveheart, how they were all united when they were in danger. And I remember also their faces with the flags on their faces. So probably I need to go there when this situation changes. I hope so.
So I hope we can do it. We can do it next year with friends from Cyprus. I will arrange it. Maybe we go to a
like kind of tour, you mean?
Yeah, I have to do a tour because I have to show him all the places I know
Yeah,
I know all the
probably you
places.
know
Yeah.
sometimes
I'm like a
people-
tour guide.
Yes,
there.
you can be a
Okay.
tour guide there because I also know some people who are coming from different countries and they know the island even better than local people who live here all their lives. So you can be our tour guide in Scotland. Why not?
But I will think about it. When Kibris TV want to make a show in English language, because you asked me,
Yeah.
I will think about it and I can fix it.
Yes, because we also have a radio station here, Kibris FM. So it can be a radio program, why not? Maybe something on TV, maybe something in our radio station, because we are open for different kinds of new ideas, everything, why not? And we are colleagues at the moment, so we can speak about it. And I'm very happy that I have Roland Arich today, who is from BRT. So I'm sending very big hello to BRT as well, Bayrak International, to the people who I know there, and to everyone.
And I have to say, sorry, I have to say, because you bring now Bayrak International, okay. My blues and rock show and my success in Dutch rock station Hooks radio is not possible when I not have the Gazi. Everyone
Gazi.
know the Gazi. It needs a special mention. Jan Gazi is a mastermind of Bayrak recording studio for me. And it's always teamwork. I'm very proud of it to work with him together. We need no long conversation. Also, when
You
we make
understand each other immediately.
yeah. So when we have this lockdown, we come to a decision how we can fix the problem, not making always repeating
interruption.
always repeating ones.
To record new ones.
So I record the whole show, and Jangazi edit, and it's fantastic. It's like
Yeah, you understand each other sometimes without any words even. You can feel each other, we can say it like this. John Gazi, we're sending you a big hello as well if you're watching us now or if you watch the program later. I'm sure Roland will have this program. So we are sending him special thanks from our channel.
And I must talk about the Friends Across Borders Festival.
Yes, sure. It was my next question. Please,
Okay.
please. No. Of course, if you started, please tell me about the festival because, again, I hear about it for the first time. Maybe shame on me. Maybe because I'm not kind of big fan, or maybe I know blues. Jazz, blues. I love it. Maybe when I hear the word rock, I have some misunderstanding. There are some rock groups which I like or something in metal, but it must be a bit softer, not so hard.
So like melodic rock.
Yes, something like this. Yes, I love it.
Go.
But I don't know about your festival, so please tell me about it, what you had before and what you're going to have in the future.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So it's very, it's too much for one person, but I fixed it, and okay. So we start in 2018 with the first Friends Across Borders Festival. It's the idea behind is now, after 40 years nearly, to bring musicians from both sides of this divided island on one stage in the north. So not doing it in the buffer zone because it's too easy. No one has to go to the other side. So the musicians from the Republic of Cyprus, from the south, now they have to go to North Cyprus, to the solist in Alsancak.
What do you mean, Cypriots? Are you speaking about Greek Cypriots?
Greek Cypriots, yes.
Okay, so did they expect? We are always saying that music knows no borders. Sport must know no borders. Art must know no borders.
Yeah.
So when you spoke to them, did they say, yes, we are coming to Alsancak?
It's so the first 2 years I need preparing this 5 years. 5 years.
It took you long.
So I have to go always
time.
to places, to Nicosia, to meet some guys there, and also to go to Limassol or to Larnaca, to have a directly talk with them. You cannot do this with WhatsApp, Messenger. You have to do it seriously with these musicians, and it was easier in 2018 and 2019. So 2018 we have 1 day.
How many people did you have?
Only so we have 3 bands. One band from the south and 2 bands from the north, from here. And that is always a problem. So when you have musicians, a band there with 4 members and 2 members they will not come because it's occupied, it's illegal, it's issues.
Yeah.
So you
have
it's a big problem. So I always have to break up their mind to do it, having no boundaries. So we have 2019. 3 days and unbelievable 70 musicians on the stage at the Solist. And the Solist is the only venue for live music in North Cyprus. And I can do it with the owner, Alper Cengiz. He is a professional musician. We are in the same mood. We have our heart for this, to do it, and this year, because musicians from abroad reading what I'm doing, so the best backing up band for blues, it's a German band, the Özdemirs, playing with John Pittman and Johnny Rolls. They say, Roland, we support you, we come. So, and the next band is a band from, they read it also, it's the Delta Blues Band, the best Delta Blues Band from Scotland. They said, Roland, we come, we support you. So all these musicians, they're coming to the festival. They're playing for Friends Across Borders in aid of those Help Cancer Association tulips. So Razia Kosmail was one of the founder of my motto, my theme. So music have no boundaries, and also the cancer. So that's a motto theme, and all the musicians coming and playing for tulips.
For tulips, so musicians don't earn anything.
Yeah.
Everything is coming for the charity purposes, and in your case, it's tulips, cancer.
And this year, I have to make a serious decision. The festival is normally on the 25th, 26th, 27th of September. So the bands from abroad, they will support this because it's important for the people here that we have original bands playing music here, and not only cover bands and like entertainment. So we have really original bands there, and when it's not possible that they come here because they have to go to quarantine 1 week for playing, and then when they have to go back also to go to quarantine.
In their own country.
So in their own country, so we have for this 6 weeks, this band have
but
to
Roland,
plan.
please, you're speaking about September now. Hopefully it will not be quarantine anymore. We don't know, because right now I think the country has 2 not options, I wouldn't say like this. Some people say that everybody needs to go to the quarantine. Some people say let's cancel the quarantine at all, because people cannot come and study or buy property or something like, it influences the economy. So we don't know, of course, what is going to happen. But if you're speaking about September, let's hope that maybe, I can't know, I can't predict, maybe they will not have to stay here. And actually, after coming from northern Cyprus, maybe they don't need, or Cyprus, they don't need to stay in the quarantine in their own country because our country is very
that's
clean
okay.
for this.
Yeah, for this it's okay.
It's safe.
It's one reason, but the next reason is very important for me. I have to find the decision for this is the political framework conditions for musicians from the south, the Republic of Cyprus, to appear in the north have changed drastically to a worse scenario. That is the most important point for me now. So in the last 2 years, it's really warm when I talk with these musicians. Now it's getting very, very cold.
You are speaking about the south side
Yes.
at the moment.
So when I want to make this kind of festival with musicians from the south, because we are a dividing country and I want to break some walls in their brain, so I have to do it. Because what can I say? I'm bleeding now for this. My heart belongs to this project. It's a big communal project for Cyprus. And what I need also is more respect, more people supporting this, and that is what I need. They must give me really support. So before we have the lockdown, I go to cooperation with some places. I get also free accommodation from the musicians from abroad, and also to get the ticket flights for these musicians. But it's not enough. I need more people saying, Roland, you're doing a good work. You do it for Tulips. You make it for Cyprus.
Yes,
So
for Tulips and really for Cyprus, because everything like this, what you're doing, it's something new, which we know that because that side is recognized. Musicians from all over the world are coming there, and unfortunately we lack this. We don't have this. That's why if you are speaking about real bands that want to come to Northern Cyprus, we really need to be all together. Doesn't matter what nationalities we are, because we have chosen this island to live here. We need to be united and to go for this project, to support this project, all of us. I'm sure that Russian-speaking people, English-speaking people, whatever, English-speaking, I'm saying because we have so many nationalities here, as I mentioned before. We will try to support you somehow and to just by any means possible to do this.
So what can I say? No one need a German to make a big communal project, which no one did in the last 40 years before. They can do it by themselves. So I can be maybe the man in the back. I can manage. I can organize this, because that was what I'm doing in many of the years in the army. I was organizing.
Organizing.
So,
okay, you are the leader, so why are you going to be in the back? This is your project, this is your baby. That's why you need to be in the front line, first of all.
Yeah, okay.
And second, you just need probably some support. So how do you, let's say, advertise your festival which is coming, so people will hear about this and join you somehow?
So we have our we advertise
or promote. How do you promote it?
So we have the cooperation partner Rock Cyprus. They can do it on their website.
This is on the T-shirt,
Yes.
Rock Cyprus.
So, and we have also.
But they're from the south side. Rock
it's from the south side. Now it's the promotion. It's not the advertising and promotion. It's not so important because they cannot come. We have big problems, and also now European citizens cannot cross the border. European citizens cannot cross the border.
There is a problem with this, and there was a
So
protest on the border.
So we have to make another show. It's very political, and I go on the last Friday on demonstration.
Yes, I've seen your photos because our chief reporter, Kerem Hassan, he was there from Cyprus today. He was there. He made a speech. He said that it must be finished. You can't treat us like this, Northern Cyprus. And I heard him speaking, and he sent a video to me. Kerem. Hep beraber Kerem. We are all together.
So,
and I've seen your photo.
So,
there
and we have on Facebook the Socialist Friends Across Borders page, and Cyprus scene, okay, and Cyprus Today. Cyprus Today, I need more support.
Support from Cyprus Today. You will get it.
And
I will write about it in Russian as well, so Russian people will be more aware.
Yeah, and I have 3 times before, it was last year, the chance, because someone translated into Turkish, to bring it into Yeniz Düzen, and I need more also in Turkish. So I need someone to translate in Turkish, all the English text.
So local people will know about it as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, but not so many people reading newspaper.
Yes, unfortunately, not so many people reading printed newspaper
printed
in our
newspaper,
few days. So they prefer to read everything online because it's available, it's everywhere. Your phone is always with you. You just open your phone, in your phone, and you can read everything. Of course, we hope that printed newspaper will not go somewhere away from us, because I think it's very nice to take something. For example, I don't like to read electronic books. Never. I won't read. I won't even understand. Though I love reading, I prefer to open a book, to feel it, to smell it.
The same.
It's some different feeling.
The same as me. My wife prefer.
Yes, we are from old generation.
But
That's why.
I must say, without big thanks and hugs to my lovely wife Connie, without her power behind me, I cannot do this always. So, DJ Barak International, Friends Across Borders, festival organizer with Alper Cengiz, okay, and also organizing musicians to play sometimes in the Solist. Then are writing some text also for newspaper for musicians. They need it also because they have no websites. They have only Facebook. So when you know, you only want something to know about how they play this music. Okay, go now on. You can go on Cyprus scene. Okay, and you can go on the website from Solist. There is a page called The Rolling Solist. We created together. It's coming up from the idea, the Rolling Stone magazine. So we have the Rolling Solist magazine, and you can find how Serdar Tuksal band is playing, or Blind Man's Tale. So I write the article, okay, I make the picture.
In German or in English? Which
in English.
Language I write?
In English,
wow.
yes. Yeah, it's hard work. Not all the time I have this passion to go and write every time to music. They say, Roland, can you write? I said, no, not today.
Okay.
So, and then, okay, after this, now for Dutch rock station, Hooks Radio. So I'm also, in Dutch it's called the Programmaker. Programmaker, I have to learn new words like Goedenavond. And when I go out from the show, Goedenacht. Goedenacht, it's close to German.
Yes, it's close to German. I think you're from the same language family, language group.
And I'm so I can repeat it once more. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of this. They give me always so good feedbacks. So also when it comes from abroad, when they're following the show. Once I had a problem when we have also music from Israel, from Tel Aviv. They are on the same timeline as Cyprus. So at first, when I have this band in the show, think always it's a band from UK. No, we come from Tel Aviv. Okay, okay. And when you start, okay, I said, okay, 10 p.m. And I want to explain, no, it's 7 in your country. No, we have the same time.
Of course.
And then these musicians, they always following that night the show, and to every song they gave a feedback. And then they're following every show. And next week they come, Roland, what's happening? We cannot follow your show. I said, why not? Yeah, we go to the link from Bayrak and it's not working. So I found now three links that people from...
So what happened? Was it kind of technical problem?
Yes,
Why couldn't they
yes.
follow it?
So, yeah, it's sometimes a problem. It's not connecting with the internet, with server, I don't know.
This is what we have, unfortunately, here from time to time, the problems with the internet. But now it's fixed, and I'm sure that for you to have this feedback, it gives you such an inspiration. You understand that this is what you are doing is a right thing, and especially when you understood that, yes, this is what I was born for, actually. I did many things in my life, but this is what I have really passion for. And because, you know, I have the same feelings when some people from different countries are writing something to me. You have this, wow, it means that all this is not in vain. What I'm doing is really good, and here people in Cyprus who are watching us, who are listening to us, they have something in their own language, whether it's in English, in German, in Russian, whatever. They have something here, because we're all expats here, and when we hear something in our own language, it's very good.
And these musicians here, they have also the chance, if they're coming from the south or they're coming from the north, I play them in my show. So I play also Cangeli in Turkish. It was a really good song. I get the translation from Turkish into English.
During the
so
program,
I introduce it in English and also in German. Sometimes I make both languages. So also
I think I heard one of your shows for sure, because now, okay,
so
I listened to one of your shows.
So
definitely.
on the 9th of August, because I have to prepare something, you know, the Black Lives Matters, and there's a song from Bob Dylan, it's Hurricane. So I go to the lyrics, and the first verse I introduce in English, so the people understand what in the 70s Bob Dylan
was
wrote.
talking about.
Yeah. And also there, the next musician, it's Gary Clark Jr. The song is This Land. So he's making this song, the lyrics about United States in the special situation now. So I make it then in English, not in German.
So right now, the biggest problem which you face with your festival is the impossibility of crossing the border from the south. After this protest, have you heard any news? Has anything changed or nothing at all?
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. So that's not the problem. When they can come, that's the propaganda. I will call it this.
Yeah, propaganda.
The propaganda, and this change so many things now. So some musicians, they talk with me before, they like
said
this.
no.
So I have to, for this, I have to start with this musician next year. So when I have musicians, I said we have jazz musicians, and we have another musician there. He said, okay, when it's possible and we can cross the border, we do it, because they're not listening what always propaganda doing, but most of them doing this, and it's going to the young generation, and that is my problem. So when I cannot, so maybe I can make a small festival in end of September, so I cannot call it Friends Across Borders. I will do it in a different way then.
Yeah, it will be postponed,
Yeah.
the big organization.
Because it's not my heart. I want to have these friends there, and I will not put them so much under pressure to come. Now it's not impossible. It's not impossible, and maybe I'm the first one or the only one speak about this.
Yeah,
It's a big problem.
it is.
You cannot ignore this. Many people, they do it. I cannot do it. So I will continue.
Fighting.
Yes, I have it in my script, okay? I always, it's a fight against these issues they have always. So, and I will continue this bi-communal project because it's so important for Cyprus
For
that
Cyprus,
someone
sure.
do it.
Sure,
So-
absolutely. I quite agree with you. My heart is always also bleeding when I hear about these two parts and that same island, same country, and for so many years being divided. And politicians create difficulties on the borders. And it's so bad that really on the south side, they make this kind of propaganda for young generation, as you noted, as you said, by saying some things which what will teach the child will grow with. So they teach the child that this side is bad, but they don't understand that this is such a small country in the Mediterranean. So instead of, and because I'm a very peaceful person, I'm always for peace. Whatever country, whatever happened anywhere or happens anywhere, I'm always for peace. So I want that some solution. I want a solution to be found, but how? What we can do is only try to do something, to speak, to make our good propaganda good ones.
And it makes me sometimes angry. I must cry because I have so many good friends there. If it is a drummer, guitar player, the band, they always invited me, Ronan, come here. They pick me up.
Can you go to that side
No.
and cross the border? Because you know why I'm asking you. A friend of mine went there, being Ukraine, having Ukrainian passport, and they can cross the border and came back easily. Have you tried? Maybe you need to try.
So the problem is I'm a EU citizen, and all EU citizens cannot cross
Right
the
now,
border.
only EU citizens are prohibited.
It started in July, so I
Yeah.
go for this demo, for this main demo,
Protest.
and so it's also a big problem. We have our post box in Nicosia, and so I go for PCR test. I can only go to the Greek border checkpoint, leave my car there. My friend is coming from the Republic of Cyprus. I give him the key of the post box. He goes for the post box, for the post, coming back, and
Wow.
so.
It's a really big problem then.
So, but there was only post in the box before lockdown. So I go on Thursday once again, North border, Greek border, waiting for my friend, and the same again. So no EU citizen can cross the border.
This is the problem.
That is a big problem. So when that is only the pandemic problem, but that's not.
No, this is not the pandemic. We know that they use it.
So I have two things I have to look for. It's a pandemic, and the political things, and they have in their brain, and I can do it.
Okay, Roland, unfortunately our time is over. Thank you for coming. I know that you prepared your homework. It's very big. I hope to see you again. And from my side, I will try to bring it to, this information to people, and somehow with the help of Cyprus today, with the help of our TV, with cooperation, with Bayrak International, BRT, whatever, we always need to be united if we want to gain something. If you want to reach some goal, only being together we can do it. I always trust in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was Cyprus today. My guest, Roland Eyrich. It was a very nice conversation, very nice interview with him. And for you, I wish to have a very good day, and I see you next week. Goodbye.